Imagine being smashed to pieces by a relentless wave of sound, with no escape from the onslaught of crushing riffs and pummeling drums. This is the world of death metal, where the brutal and the beautiful coexist in a maelstrom of sonic chaos. And in this world, Barbarous is the latest contender, unleashing their debut album Initium Mors like a sledgehammer to the eardrums. But here's the question. Can they carve out their own niche in a genre that's already overflowing with talent? The answer lies in the music, which is heavily influenced by the Tampa Bay scene, a hotbed of death metal innovation that spawned legends like Cannibal Corpse, Deicide, and Morbid Angel. Barbarous wears their influences on their sleeve, with vocalist Travis LaBerge channeling the spirits of Glenn Benton and Eric Rutan in his guttural growls and screams. The music itself is a frenetic mix of punishing grooves and six-string savagery, with tracks like The Tomb Spawn and Conscious Decomposition showcasing the band's ability to craft songs that are both brutal and catchy. But Barbarous isn't just a carbon copy of their influences. They're also drawing inspiration from other sources, like Necrot and Skeletal Remains, who are themselves influenced by Death and Morbid Angel. This creates a fascinating web of influences that underscores the idea that all roads lead to Tampa, the spiritual home of death metal. And yet, despite the many influences that shape their sound, Barbarous is still searching for their own unique identity. The title track, with its Slaughter of the Soul-esque melody and Floridian sound machine-inspired jackhammering, is a great example of the band's potential, but it's also a reminder that they still have some way to go in terms of forging their own path. So what does Initium Mors sound like? Imagine a whirlwind of neck-snapping fury and brawny chugs, with any track effortlessly slotting into a respectable workout playlist. By Leader Steel and Tools of the Trade are standout cuts, with their hostile grooves and pulverizing paces driving the momentum across the album's fleeting runtime. The guitar playing is razor sharp, courtesy of Zach Weed and Tanis Belfiore, with solos that set fire to tracks like By Leader Steel and Coup de Grace. And then there's Travis Zuppo's dynamic drum. But production and mastering are a mixed bag, with plenty to praise, like the fact that guitars and drums are front and center, making it easy to appreciate their intricacies and chops. LaBerge's vocals are also conspicuously comprehensible, which is refreshing for extreme gutturals. So, is Initium Mors a triumphant debut? Absolutely. Barbarous is loud, ugly, and here to melt your face in just under half an hour. And while it may not be breaking any molds, there's a lot to like on this album, even if it's not perfect. The question is, can Barbarous build on this promising start and establish an identity that transcends their influences? Only time will tell. But for now, Initium Mors is a solid addition to the annals of meat and taters death metal. And this is the part where we ask, what do you think? Can Barbarous carve out their own niche in the death metal scene? Or are they doomed to forever be in the shadow of their influences? Let us know in the comments. But here's where it gets controversial. Some might say that Barbarous is just another example of a band relying too heavily on their influences, rather than forging their own path. Others might argue that the band's sound is a perfect blend of old and new, with just the right amount of innovation to set them apart from the pack. So which side of the fence do you fall on? Do you think Barbarous has what it takes to make it big in the death metal scene? Or are they just another flash in the pan? The debate is on, and we want to hear from you.